Today, we're going to be testing out some high gain tones from the Ampero. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today, I want to test out some of the high gain tones in the Ampero that I just recently purchased. If you haven't checked out my review and demo on the Ampero, go ahead and check that out here. So I've been using a GE200 for about a year now live, and I plug my GE200 into an ISP Stealth, and that powers my 4x12 cabinet. And I really like the tone that I get with it. Like I said, I've been using it for about a year, and I've used it live a handful of times, and it sounds really great live. And the main thing is, it's really nice to be able to consolidate down my rig into what essentially fits in a backpack. But I heard some tones demoed with an Ampero, and I just thought they sounded incredible, so I wanted to get one in here and try it out and compare it to the GE200 and see if it made sense to switch over to the Ampero. They're roughly in the same price range. The GE200 retails for about $300 and the Ampero retails for about $500. So they're pretty close, but the Ampero has a lot more in and out options and has a lot more flexibility for live use. So I just thought, why not? Get one in here, try it out, see what it sounds like. In total honesty, I had not heard this thing through a cabinet until I recorded this demo today, and I'm pretty surprised with how good it sounds. I think it definitely sounds better than my GE200. I'm gonna have to do a comparison video in between those two in the future, but for today, I'm just focusing on what the Ampero sounds like with a few different high gain patches, plugged directly into my Stealth going through a 4x12 cabinet. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm sunburned as fuck today. My wife and I were doing a bunch of stuff outside, and yeah, so that's what's going on here. I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna feel that tomorrow. Wow. Wear sunblock. It's important. Basically. Also, I don't know if you can see what's going on here behind me, but my studio is kind of a mess right now. I'm just trying to move it around and get my workflow a little bit more under control for the next year or so, but yeah. So far, studio upgrades, speaking of, you know, the sunburn and that's hot as shit outside right now, I actually had AC put in my studio, which is fucking killer. Because a lot of times in the past, especially through the summer months when it was really hot, I would be shooting video out here and I'd have to turn my portable air conditioner off, and it would just start baking in here, especially with my computer, which is basically a portable space heater. And I have this big window that's right here. It's kind of covered up right now, so it's not letting in a bunch of light, but I have this big window right here that lets in a bunch of afternoon sun, and it gets super hot, and this room just gets hot as shit. I used to not be able to do any video like in between 5 and 7 or 5 and 8 p.m. basically, because the room would just be too hot, even with my portable air conditioner. So long story short, when I had to move everything around to protect it from dust and stuff when they were putting in the ducts in the ceiling, I decided to just move the studio around, and I just haven't had time to finish it. So yeah, it's kind of a fucking mess in here. Sorry about that. Here, let's do a quick little panty poo. You can see what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Stuff. Big old mess. Oh, where are you going? Hi. So anyways, that's what I got going on here. Yeah. Lots of Ampero stuff coming soon. It's actually kind of hard to sit down and make videos sometimes, because when I start playing with it, I just kind of get like sucked into this tone questing black hole, and I just really enjoy playing guitar when I'm playing through it. So that's cool. I'm rambling now. Let's get to the demo. Okay, so let me explain what I have going on here. I am plugged directly into my Ampero, and the Ampero is going into this ISP Stealth right here, which is powering my Mesa 4x12 cabinet. That is being mic'd up by an Audix i5. So that's all that's in the signal chain, and I'm just gonna turn this guy up and let you hear what it sounds like. Right away, I can tell you that the high end sounds terrific through a cabinet also. If you watched my review and demo on the Ampero, I talked a lot about how the distortion, especially in the high end, sounded really good. It sounds really like alive, I guess I would say. Usually with modelers, when you turn the distortion up, they just kind of start to sound weird, and I don't know. But this sounds awesome. Let's look at what I'm using here. Oh, I should probably say before any of this, if you're going into a power amp and a cabinet, you need to make sure that you go in here into your global settings and go into the in and out options. And right here where it says no cab, whatever output that you have going to your power amp and cabinet, make sure that you have the no cab mode for that channel on. So with that being said, this is my signal chain. I'm using the Ingle Savage one. I believe this is the one that doesn't have the scoop in it. Here you just quickly see my settings real quick. You know, nothing crazy going on there. Pretty basic. And then also in front of the amp I have a Panama lead. So I'll let you see the settings on this guy right here. Not very much gain, not very much tight. Mostly it's a volume boost, but I really like the Panama lead. I've never used the pedal that it's emulating, but it just sounds really good. I love the saturation that you get out of it. So here's with the lead on. And then we'll turn it off. So you can see mostly what that's doing in my effects chain is just, it's adding a little bit of saturation, but mostly it's a volume booster, and it's just tightening things up a little bit and making things a little bit more punchy. That's really all I have going on in this effects chain. For shits and giggles, let's just try a few different amps real quick. I kind of want to hear what that Mesa emulation sounds like since I'm playing through a Mesa cabinet, so let's check that out. Let's dial this in a little bit here. So, it's a little flat sounding. Let's boost it and see what that sounds like. Pretty cool. Let's check out, what do we want to do next? Let's check out a Bogner. Sounds pretty fucking good. You know, to be honest with you, most of the time I really don't like the Bogner models on most emulators, so I'm surprised that I actually really like that patch. What else do we want to do? Let's try one more real quick. Oh, let's try the acoustic. Just kidding. Ooh. I know. So this is an orange Rock Reverb 100 watt patch, and I'm really interested to hear how this sounds because I actually just played through one of these amps a couple months ago for the first time, and I really enjoyed it, so let's check this out. It sounds really close to a Rock Reverb, at least what I remember last time I played through it. I think I would probably have to EQ it out a little bit. It seems like there's a lot of low end around the 400 to 500 hertz spectrum somewhere, but it sounds really, really good. I mean, it actually does a very good job of emulating that sort of like orange, full-bodied tone. That's gonna be it for me. I just wanted to make this video real quick to show you guys what this sounds like through an actual mic'd up cabinet. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing, and I will see you next time. Okay.